Hello everybody and welcome to the INORL Benihana Cup Series. We're here live at Widowmaker in Princeton, West Virginia for the running of the Coors Light 400. On the pole today is the New England Patriot Daniel Day. On the outside is the Houston Texan Nick Barney. And we don't really have too much time to go through the lineup today, so let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
This is a brand new track and it's a road course unlike any other. There are a couple of big jumps you've got to take, and only very few of them get through that alive. This is also a road course too, so there's only going to be 10 laps, but it's pretty much a last man standing wins kind of race, so 10 laps might be more than enough for them to survive. So here we are, 10 laps at Widowmaker, a brand new track, and yeah, it's gonna get really chaotic here, and you're gonna see why. Anyway, we only have 4 races left in the regular season. I wonder who will win the division, who will go on to the divisional playoffs, and who has to play in the wild card round to advance. So here we go, pace car navigating through the final tricky turns of this course. And this is gonna, and they're about to approach the hill where they meet the leap of death, as I like to call it. So Daniel Day leads us to the green, and it's sure to be a pleaser. Green flag is out underway at Widowmaker. Off to a great start, but here comes the leap. Here comes the leap of death, and he makes it out. He made it out easily, but some others did not. They just made it out, and some of the victims include Avi Sachs. A lot more others, a big pile up behind, as they didn't make it out. Nick Barney didn't make it out, but Daniel Day sure did. And a few drivers left in the field. Now Connor Smith trying to make a move on Daniel Day. He's gaining him quick. Here come the couple more hills. Oh, Smith trying on the bumper of Day. And here they come towards those final hills. Smith trying to get a run under caution. Stuck on the high side. Erickson too high up. 3-wide battle. But Daniel Day is going to hang on. Not sure how Daniel Day made it out, but on the others. But Day's going to lead us to the caution. Careful of the leap. The leap, be careful, because it happens almost instantaneously. Here it comes. Whoa. Parasol's got a bit of damage there. They're trying desperately to slow down. It's very tough to slow down at that leap. Oh, Kyle Sosnowski's flipping upside down. Upside down. Wow. That's like the second race in a row Sosnowski flips. More damage behind. And we really don't have a lot of time to get through everybody's wrecks, so let's just see what happened behind there. Just see what happened right from the first turn, because that's where everything just went wrong. And let's start off with Nick Barney, as you see them coming towards the leap of death. That's the first turn. Now here comes the big leap of death. Day was able to keep it in line. The secret is to keep it in line as slow as possible. There's the jump, and Nick Barney wasn't able to make it out. Neither was Avi Sachs. Luke Pichu got hit by Kevin White a little bit there. Then a big pile-up endures with Alex Rago and the rest of the field. A lot of drivers spinning out of the turn, out of the leap, and a big pile-up. And yeah, there's nothing else to say. And let's get to Kyle Sosnowski, who had the worst of it. And this was after the caution came out. Here's Kyle Sosnowski. Here he comes in the leap of death. And he did try to go slow as he can, but apparently it was not slow enough. There he is up there. Up. Oh, he almost went over the fence. And he goes for a wild ride. Almost went up the mountain there. Wow. It's not the first time Sosnowski flipped upside down. We saw last race at Hogzilla, he went over the fence. So this is the second race in a row he had a major flip accident. Let's go on board with Sosnowski. Wow, that was a major flip. He's going to be alright though, wow, but it's been a tough 2 races for Kyle Sosnowski, being victims of flips all around. And the caution's out, and we'll see if anyone has major damage that needs to be addressed. And there's only 4 drivers left in the line. Will any others catch up? There you see them pass lap 3. They'll be under green next time by. And let's see who's retired from the race. There's going to be a lot. Alex Ragow, Abby Sachs, Allison LaPlante, Hayden Klein, and I think others are going to be retiring soon, but that's what we got right now. Daniel Day somehow was able to get through the leap of death twice. Was able to survive here to take the lead. Connor Smith now is up to 2nd. Charles Roberts to 3rd. Devin Whitston to 4th. And Lily Erickson to 5th. And I kind of thought we were going to get back under green at this point, but apparently not. Or are we? No, we're not. Everyone needs to get back in line, so here they come towards the leap of death, which isn't really deadly when it takes a slow turn. Hopefully we won't get another caution to the point where we have to end the race under it, so hopefully that's the case. Because we have had an additional caution. The green flag is out again. Ferguson's pitting. Here we go. And this might be the last green flag period we're going to have. So let's just see. Here we go. Daniel Day, let's see if he'll make it out again. Everyone was just all over the place. No, and Daniel Day's upside down. Day's upside down. What a flip. What a flip. Wow. That is insane. That is really insane. A big flip by Daniel Day. Connor Smith, your leader. Connor Smith, the new leader. And here comes McNamara. McNamara back on the bumper. Luke Walker trying to make a move on Ryan Camden. Battle for thirst for the lead. McNamara gets through Smith. Here comes Luke Walker trying to make a move. And it's still going to be anybody's race. Luke Walker now on the bumper of McNamara. Will he be able to make a move? And no, McNamara just clears Luke Walker. Here comes Connor Smith for 2nd with John McNamara. A pass near Connor Smith is going to lead us to the caution. Wow. And with 5 to go, I'm not sure we're going to get back under green. Oh, DJ Curtis is around. DJ Curtis is around. My goodness. Oh, man. Not sure if we're going to get back under green. But we've got to see that wreck again between Daniel Day. He was flying all over the place. It was just his car was flying. After he just hit the turn, his car was flying. You got to see this again, folks. We have to get another look. Here's Daniel Day. Here he comes up the hill. Here up the leap of death. And Daniel Day did have a good run, but then he hits the wall and goes almost over the wall, nearly how Kosasnowski was over the wall. Devin Winston, big hit. Kyle Thomas, Nick Parasols, and yeah, Charles Roberts all got hit too. They both got hit. And let's go on board with Daniel Day to see his impact from a view. Up high, boom! Look at that. That's one heck of a wreck there. Wow. Daniel Day, the pole setter, goes down. Tough break for the 87. He almost made it out. He almost made it alive. No, he did make it out alive, but he almost made it out again. That would have been something special. And you see a lot of those retired. It takes just 10 laps. We're not even into the we're almost done. Believe it or not, we're almost done. Not sure if we're gonna get back under green. There's gonna be 3 laps to go, and when we get back under green, I think the lights are out, so this means we are getting back under green. The next caution flag, if there is one more caution, is going to end the race. So this is do or die here at Widowmaker. If you gotta survive the leap of death in order to win this race. John McNamara is trying to do so here. Well, it will only be 3 to go when they hit the stripe, so if we have one more caution, the race is over. And then on top of that, you gotta survive after the caution, after the leap of death, to even make it official. So now pace car's about to get out of pit row with 3 to go. John McNamara, can he survive the leap of death? Here we go. The green flag will be out. They'll be approaching the leap of death right now. Here they come. First turn, and now the leap of death begins. Oh, McNamara tries going high, and Luke Walker, McNamara flipping. Ryan Camden makes it out. With some damage, can he hold on though? Over James Shelley. Ryan Camden the leader. Can he hold on? He has a ton of damage in his front. McNamara and Luke Walker flip. I knew it. They were gonna flip, but Camden trying desperately to hold on. James Shelley has a run. Here comes James Shelley. Can he make a move? He's got help from DJ Curtis. And the bottom line preferred is going to the bottom. He's gonna make the move. James Shelley makes it. And Camden drops to third. Can DJ Curtis have enough room? Here comes Curtis. Does he have a chance to pass Shelley? Because this race is over. This race is already over. They're going to race to the line, and they have to keep it up to speed in order to make it through, make it official. James Shelley will lead us to the caution flag, but will he slow down enough to make it through the turn of death? Camden's going for second, but Curtis will get second. Here they come towards the leap of death. They'll have to go under caution speed. Here it comes. Oh, I think Shelley made it. Shelley just made it. James Shelley just made it. Wow. My goodness, was that a heck of a race here, folks. I told you 10 laps was more than enough here at Widowmaker, and I'm trying to make this into a Pokemon Cup race. Yeah, that'll be really, really fun. Anyway, let's go back to the wrecks at the Leap of Death. Here's what happened. John McNamara got too high. It looked like he was going to make it, but he suffered the too high curve and gets up in the wall and flips, and so does Luke Walker. Ryan Camden, he got through that safely. McNamara with damage with Luke Walker. And Connor Smith flipped around a couple times. Here it is again. Here's Connor Smith. He was the other driver involved in the wreckage. and he does a couple barrel rolls outside the leap of death and just flips over, and he tries to stay up to speed. And boy, he almost flipped over the pavement. My goodness. But my goodness, was this a fun race to do, folks, because it was an unpredictable race throughout, because you never know who the leap of death may strike. It reminds me of the turn of death back at 349. And James Shelley had a great run, and Camden's damage would prove too much to catch up to the leaders. And Shelley took the lead away from DJ Curtis with 2 to go and was able to survive through the caution ordeal. But will he survive and not force himself to pits? Scott Ferguson's a lap down. And there you see we're still in the 9th lap. Whoa, they thought about taking pit stops, but they thought twice. And here they come towards that final stretch where the white flag will be waving for James Shelley. With 1 lap to go, Shelley sees the white flag, and they're going to go through the leap of death one more time under caution speed, so it should not be a factor at all at this point, because they're very slow speed. There they are. They went through the big leap of death and the S curves, and now James Shelley, all he has to do is keep his car up to speed throughout the entire course again, and not force himself to take pit stops in the middle to win the race. There they come down low. As you see, a ton of them are going to retire in this race, and only a few of them were able to make it out of here running. I think this is the point where the pit road is meeting, and he will not pit. And off the final turn, James Shelley takes the checkered flag at Widowmaker. Congratulations to the 55, the Ravens, going to victory lane in the most unexpected way possible. You're at the old Widowmaker, where it's entirely a wreck fest. And it is now confirmed. It's official. James Shelley's going to victory lane. Only 8 drivers were able to make it out. DJ Curtis, Ryan Camden, Declan Cave, Kevin White, George Rourke, Lily Erickson, Daniel Day, Connor Smith. No, and Daniel Day. The top 8 were able to make it. And the top 10, the 2 top 10ers will be Connor Smith and John McNamara. Surprisingly, others retired, but they got a top 10 finish out of it. And here's the rest of the field that wrecked out. The ones that didn't make it through, and the ones that got lapped in the process. And this will become an official race despite not having the makings of one, but well, it counts towards the schedule, so I figured, yeah, why not? So congratulations to James Shelley making it out here to victory lane here at Widowmaker, and we'll be back with the point standings, so stick around. So here are the point standings after Widowmaker. Nick Parasols now is your new leader. He is back in the lead after having a tie with Jonathan Skibnicki last race. Despite like top 5, top 10s, he's still the leader for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it just probably goes that way. Jonathan Skibnicki is, well, again down to second, and Connor Smith is up to third place for Kevin White is now up to fourth. Avi Sachs is down to fifth. Connor Smith moved up to third. Charles Sanford moves down to sixth. Lily Erickson up to seventh. Pichu down to eighth. Declan Cave up to ninth, up 5 positions. And Austin LaPlante was actually the big loser of the race. He went down from 4th to 10th. He's still in the top 10 though. He's down to 10th. And the biggest mover was, of course, not this machine, but James Shelley was the biggest mover. He's up 6 spots after his win, up to 12th in the standings, and you see the rest right here. Well, guys, thank goodness Widowmaker is out of the way. We have only 3 races left in the regular season. The next one will be heading towards, I think, Texas. I'll check later, but anyway, see you guys next race.